Good morning and welcome to today's session of Imagine America Radio, our continuing Career College Exposition webinar series. My name is Lee Doubleday, and I'm the Director of Operations here at the Imagine America Foundation. I'm excited about today's webinar with Lincoln Tech. Lincoln Tech has 22 campuses located throughout the United States, and these campuses have been educating tomorrow's workforce since 1946 and are accredited by the Accrediting Commission of Career Schools and Colleges. On today's webinar, we're going to be discussing Lincoln Tech's East Windsor campus. This campus has an amazing history of graduating successful technicians for the automotive, diesel, and collision repair industries, among others we're going to talk about here today. Lincoln Tech is also a 21-year sponsor of the Imagine America Scholarship and Award programs, having provided admissions-based financial aid to more than 10,000 enrolling Imagine America students. We're really proud of this partnership, and it's been growing over the years. But without taking valuable time of our presenter, let me refer any and all inquiries about the Imagine America Foundation, our scholarship program, and how your students can apply for a scholarship to go to this school to our website, which is www.imagine-america.org. And joining us today to discuss career and technical education programs for your high school seniors is Dustin Sprouse. Dustin is Lincoln Tech's high school ambassador, and he has a passion in helping students reach their career goals with Lincoln Tech for over 8 years now. We're excited to have Dustin join us today to talk to you about career and technical education, the skills gap, and some of the things that go along with this presentation. But before turning over the program to Dustin, let me outline today's agenda. Today's session of Imagine America Radio will be approximately 30 minutes long, with question and answers at the end of the presentation. All participants can submit questions while the presentation is in session via the Q&A feature or the chat feature in this Zoom meeting, whichever you're more comfortable using. We'll address as many questions as possible at the end and provide written responses and follow-up emails if necessary. But without taking any more time out of today's presentation, let me turn today's session over to Dustin. Dustin, the floor is yours.
All right, thank you very much, Lee. Appreciate everyone joining us today. Go ahead and get started. All right, so today's presentation, like Lee mentioned, we are going to talk about Lincoln Tech and give you some information about the opportunities that we have, but also want to spend some time talking about the value in career and technical education, as well as the demand in the skilled trades industry. So, there's a gap that exists between the skills employers want in their team members and the skills held by most of today's workforce. Some of the country's most in-demand skills can't be built at a four-year college or university. Fortunately, for 75 years, Lincoln Tech schools have helped students bridge that gap and launch rewarding, exciting careers that are anything but desk jobs. So why career and technical education? Why is CTE education so important? This slide here, there's some statistics and some information on the value in career and technical education at the high school level. 1/3 of CTE students who are enrolled in programs preparing them for careers in leading industries. So many of the students at the high school level are enrolled in these types of programs. 80% of CTE students say that CTE classes helped them to know where they were headed after high school. 7.4 million secondary students and 4 million post-secondary students are interested in CTE career and technical education nationwide. 95% of CTE students graduate high school, which is 10% higher than the national average. And 78% of CTE graduates enroll in post-secondary education full-time. Between 2012 and 2022, there will be 50,557,900 job openings for CTE graduates. Of those jobs, 15,627,500, just at 31%, will be new. So the skilled trades industries right now are in demand, and the industries are growing. And 45% of CTE students say they use real-world examples to help them understand classwork. And then 81% of high school dropouts say real-world skills or CTE education would have kept them in school. So there's definitely a value in career and technical education, not only building for tomorrow's workforce in the skilled trades, but there's a lot of students who they're more hands-on type learners who struggle in the traditional type training environment that thrive here in career and technical education type courses. When it comes to the skilled trades, the skills gap is something that is impacting this country right now. There's a huge demand and a huge need for skilled laborers. The skilled trades industries are in higher demand today than they've ever been. Here's some numbers here representing on this slide some of the skilled trades industries, from auto mechanics to machinists and electricians, welders, diesel mechanics, different medical fields, collision repair. You can see that between now and 2028, over the next 7 years, there's going to be a huge need for students who are wanting to pursue careers in the trades. The reason the demand in these trades, the trades is so high right now is because, like we talked about a moment ago, these industries are growing and there are new jobs coming available every day, but also because the baby boomers are retiring, and the baby boomers make up a majority of the current workforce in the skilled trades industries. And as those baby boomers retire, there's really not enough students to backfill and replace them. And so that's why there is such a huge need and demand right now within the skilled trades industries. Now, Lincoln Tech, we have been training and educating students for 75 years. Lincoln Tech was actually founded in 1946, and the very first campus was opened in Newark, New Jersey, teaching automotive, diesel, and HVAC to the veterans that were returning from World War II to help them transition back to the civilian workforce. Over the last 75 years, Lincoln Tech has grown. Today, we are one of the largest technical educators in the country. We have 22 campuses in 14 states nationwide, and we have graduated over 250,000 students out of our programs over the years. So at Lincoln, we are offering in-person and or virtual presentations. We have local representatives, high school representatives throughout the entire United States who are going into designated territories, into the high schools, and they are actually speaking in classes to upperclassmen, to juniors and seniors. And like I said, we can deliver these presentations either in person in the classroom or virtual, depending on the schools are allowing visitors in or not. Our presentation is not geared towards or designed to just come in and sell Lincoln Tech. It is more designed to help these students understand some of the steps that they will need to take when it comes to planning for their futures after high school, their post-secondary education, their careers, and those types of things. So the presentation focuses on defining a pathway to success, helping these students understand how to go and choose a career field and how to research their career paths to make sure they're choosing career fields that are going to set them up for success. We talk about different types of post-secondary educational opportunities after high school, not just talking about Lincoln Tech, but talking about the value in post-secondary education, whether it's a four-year college or community colleges or the military. There's a lot of options that these students have available to them. And so we kind of discuss all of the different options. We have a budgeting exercise. We talk about managing a budget, and this budgeting exercise is designed to help students see the value in post-secondary education. And then we talk about the difference between starting a career and just going out and finding a job. And then we also discuss financial aid and scholarships and different funding options that are available to students to help them when it comes to funding their education and hoping they're able to make their education a little bit more affordable. Now, our East Coast locations, we have a lot of campuses in the East Coast area. So East Windsor, Connecticut, Mahwah, New Jersey, Union, New Jersey, South Plainfield, New Jersey, campus in Queens, New York, Lincoln, Rhode Island, Columbia, Maryland, Somerville, Massachusetts, Island, Paramus, and Morristown, New Jersey, Shelton and New Britain, Connecticut, Allentown, Pennsylvania, and Philadelphia, Pennsylvania. And as you can see, we offer a wide variety of skilled trade specific programs, everything from automotive and diesel and welding and machining and electronic systems to healthcare and nursing and healthcare programs and culinary arts. We've got quite an array of different types of skilled trade specific programs. And our programs are fast. They are designed to get the students in, get them trained, and get them to the workforce. When it comes to the skilled trades industries, certifications are what's most important to be able to work in these fields. And so that's what we're preparing our students for. We are providing them with the advanced training that they need in hopes that they will be able to go out and obtain the necessary certifications to get into to the industry. All of our programs are certification based, but they are fast. We do not require students to take general education classes. Our programs are truly career focused. They will come out and they will learn what they need to learn to work in their field. It's a hands-on teaching environment. It's about getting them up, getting them active, getting them working with their hands and actually performing the duties and the tasks of the job that they're going to pursue a career in. It's about building their experience levels, which experience is very valuable to employers. We have career services to help with job placement assistance, instructors that have real world experience. Our instructors are coming from a background in these industries. They have spent a career working in these fields, and now they're transitioning their careers to teaching and passing on that knowledge and experience that they have to the next generation. We are a nationwide school, which is a huge benefit. We have national and local advisory boards that we work with to ensure that our programs are up to date and meeting industry standards. As these industries evolve and technology evolves, we also have to evolve our programs to make sure we're keeping up with the industry so that our students are marketable to today's workforce. And financial aid and scholarships are available to students who qualify. Some of our industry affiliations, these are some of the companies that we are partnering with. These are companies that are employing our students. These are companies that are sponsoring our programs. They are investing money into our facilities. They are investing money into our shops and our classrooms and our equipment. And a lot of these companies are also investing money into students by providing different types of scholarships, different types of tuition reimbursement programs for students. So we've been doing this for 75 years. We have a very good reputation. We have a lot of affiliations that we've developed over the years, some relationships, and these are just some of them. This is not all of them, but these are some of the more common household names. Most everybody can look at these industries and these companies that are here on this slide and have a pretty good idea of who they are. We talked about job placement earlier. Our career services is who supports our students when it comes to connecting them to the workforce and with their careers. Now they're doing more than just job placement. Our career services departments, they're helping our students with professional development. We're actually helping them build their resumes, teaching them how to fill out job applications, teaching them how to do job interviews, helping them with job search strategies and career planning. They're also helping our students with networking, trying to get students to network and start meeting with the employers, because the demand in these skilled trades industries right now is so high. The employers, they want to come in, they want to get in front of our students and start to be able to connect and build relationships with students. And so our students are getting the opportunity through career fairs, in-class visits, and field trips to start meeting with and interacting with a lot of the employers that are out there in the field, so they can start building those relationships, learning about these companies and what types of opportunities that they have. And then career services is also assisting our students with job placement. We actually assist all of our students in securing part-time jobs to work while they're going to school. So they are able to work a part-time job while in school, make their own money, pay their own bills, some of those types of things. And most of our students are working industry-related part-time jobs. Ideally, we'd like to get students working in the field that they're actually training to go into. Industry-related part-time jobs are definitely a huge advantage and a huge benefit for students, because it looks a lot better on their resume that they're working in the field. It also allows them to build more experience. So not only are they getting that training and that experience at school, but then they're also going to work and they're getting that training and experience on the job, which is definitely valuable. And then as far as our graduates go, we are assisting all of our graduates in securing full-time employment in their field, wherever they want to go, whether they want to stay in their immediate area where they're from, or whether they want to relocate. We do have a very large network of campuses across the country, and a lot of resources and connections. If they want to go some other direction, north, south, east, west, we have support and resources to help them find jobs wherever they want to go. And it's an ongoing service to our graduates, which means as a Lincoln Tech graduate, if they ever need any kind of career-related assistance or career-related services, all they have to do is call us, whether it's promotions, career advancement opportunities, job placement, relocation. If a student's 65 years old and they need help finding a job, we are there to support them and help them up until the day that they retire. Definitely a very valuable resource. We do have housing available at some of our campuses. On the East Coast, we have a lot of campuses on the East Coast. A couple of them have housing programs, but some of them do not. Some of the smaller campuses do not have housing programs available. But the ones who do have housing programs available, we are partnering with a third-party company called Collegiate Housing Services, and they are managing all of our student housing for our students. Our students live in apartments. The apartments are fully furnished. Utilities are included in the rent, so it does make it easy on them to be able to come and move in. and all the apartments are close to campus, and they are in nice areas. We want to make sure students are safe and comfortable when they come to school. We want them to be able to focus on their training, and so we do provide that assistance. They do not have to live in student housing. The student can live locally with a family member, or if they are local to the area and they live in the area, they can commute. If they want to go out and get their own apartment and live privately, live independently, they have that option as well. Or they can go out and find their own place and live independently. But if they need assistance, Collegiate Housing Services is there to help them to meet their housing needs. Financial aid. So when it comes to financial aid, we do have a financial aid department, financial aid advisors that will work with students and their families to help them go through the financial aid process. If a family's never been through the financial aid process before, most of you probably are aware that the process can be confusing, can be overwhelming, sometimes stressful, especially when you're dealing with financing and education. And so it helps to have people there, professionals who know about this process, to kind of help families through this process. They'll help them go online and fill out their FAFSAs and apply for different types of federal and state aid, different types of grants and scholarships. If the family has any savings or VA benefits or anything of that nature that they would like to use for schooling, they can help them get that set up. Different types of student loans, parental loans, institutional loans that are available to them. So we have support staff there and resources and advisors to kind of help families through that process so they can go online and apply for it and see what they qualify for, see what kind of financial aid options they have for them. We do have a lot of scholarship opportunities available. We award over $14 million in grants and scholarships every year to students to come and go through our programs. Some of our scholarships are need-based. Some of our scholarships are merit-based. Some of them are program-specific, and some are competition-based. If your students are competing in FFA competitions or Skills USA competitions, we do provide scholarships to those different types of competitions. We have a testing competition that we do every year where students can, their senior year of high school, the seniors are eligible to go online and take a 20-question test. The test is timed, has a 20-minute time limit. It takes the average student about 12 minutes to complete the test. It is basic math and word comprehension on about a 9th grade level, and they are able to use a calculator for the test. And through that testing competition, students could potentially earn up to $15,000 in scholarships. So it's a great opportunity for your seniors to go online, take a pretty basic test, and try to get them some scholarship money there. Also partnering through Imagine America. We've been working with them for over 20 years to provide scholarships to high school students who want to come and go to Lincoln Tech. The Imagine America scholarship it's a very, very simple application for these students. A lot of students don't like doing scholarships because the applications tend to be very lengthy. They have to write essays. That's the nice thing about Imagine America. The scholarship application takes about 15 to 20 minutes to complete. They can go online and register and complete it. They don't have to write an essay. It's a very easy application for these students to complete to get some potential scholarship money to come to school. So got a lot of scholarship options out there. Many of these scholarships can be located and found on our website. If you have any information about the other scholarships that we have, you can contact us directly and we can get specific information about those scholarships to you. Our last thing we're going to talk about is our entrance process. For acceptance to Lincoln Tech, our process is a little different. Most colleges have open enrollment where anybody can just go online and apply and try to get in. In most colleges, a student's acceptance is based off their academics. They're looking at their GPA, their ACT and SAT scores to determine whether they want to accept them or not. At Lincoln Tech, our process is quite different. We do not have academic requirements for acceptance, no GPA, no ACT and no SAT requirements to get in, but we have a closed application process, which means students can't just go online and apply and try to get in. We actually interview and hand select all of our students. The only way that a student can actually apply to Lincoln Tech is to go through an interview process with a representative of the school and for the representative to recommend that student to the school. It is recommendation based. So a local representative from the area where the student lives would have to get in touch with the student and their family and set up an interview meeting. Now we're doing all of our interviews via Zoom. Everything is done over Zoom video conferencing right now. Student and the student's family, their parents, their legal guardians have to be present for that interview process. We actually want to get to know the student. We want to get to know their family. We want the family to get to know us. we want to make sure Lincoln Tech is a good fit for the student's a good fit for Lincoln Tech, and the family is supportive. We do not want to set students up for failure. We want to make sure the students that we are allowing to come and go through our programs are students that we feel confident are going to be able to show up and work hard and maintain good grades and attendance and conduct themselves like professionals while they're in school. We want to make sure they're coming to school for the right reasons and that they are focused on their education and their training and their careers. All right, and then wrapping up here on this slide, there is a QR code. If you are interested in getting something, a presentation set up with a local representative from your area, you can scan the QR code here that's on the screen and provide some information, and we will have a local representative from your area reach out and contact you and talk to you about potentially setting up a time for them to come in and speak to your students and provide you with that life after high school workshop for your juniors and seniors. You could also contact Josh Keehan. He is one of our directors of admissions here at Lincoln Tech. His number, cell phone, and email are provided on the slide. You can reach out to him directly with any questions, or if you'd like to book a presentation for someone to come into the school and speak to your students. Really appreciate your attention today. Appreciate your time, and please, if you have questions, again, like Lee said earlier, you can ask them through the Q&A or through the chat, and we will fill those questions at this time. Thank you.
Thanks, Dustin. Appreciate you going through all of that with us. This is the Q&A portion of our presentation. I have thrown up a poll question. If you'd like somebody to contact you about, presenting similar information on STEM careers and technical education to your students, like Dustin had mentioned, please indicate so on the poll so that we know who to reach out to after this is over. Now, Dustin, does look like we did have one question. This person wants to know, how has the school dealt with COVID-19 and helping to keep students safe?
So we are trying to adhere to all of our local government's policies and practices. Every state's a little different with the state level and the local, governments with what they're mandating for COVID protocols. And so each campus is maintaining and following those protocols as outlined. A lot of our campuses are still doing and requiring masks. Some of them are requiring health assessments prior to students being able to enter the facility on a day-to-day basis. We've increased our maintenance staff so that we can make sure we're having proper sanitation and cleaning done every day to eliminate the spread of the virus. And we've done a pretty good job of keeping our numbers at our campuses down really, really low with COVID cases. So.
Awesome. Okay, well that's good to know. I'm sure parents and students feel good about what you guys have done. Another good thing about going to a current technical school, or at least at Lincoln Tech, is that you're also in smaller class sizes, right? I mean, it's not like you're in a classroom with 300 people in a intro to biology gen ed class like you are at other institutions. But okay, the next question wants to know about the FAFSA, and I think you mentioned it earlier, but can you kind of just walk through again? Are students eligible to apply for federal financial aid in order to come to school at Lincoln Tech?
Yes, Lincoln is Title IV eligible, so our students are able to apply for FAFSA through that. That is correct.
Awesome. Okay, and all right, so Grace, this person wants to know if you can provide links to the scholarships that were mentioned today. So I will, when I send the recording out of this presentation, I will also include the link to not just the Imagine America scholarship, but also to Lincoln Tech's scholarship test that they offer. And I think Dustin may be also putting it into the chat box so that you have it too. But I will make sure that is sent out to all of you, likely tomorrow morning when I get into it and I can edit this presentation and be able to send it to you. All right, great. So I think that does it for our questions, Dustin. But just a few house cleaning items here. Like I mentioned, I am going to be sending out the recording of this presentation to you tomorrow morning with the scholarship links, both for Imagine America and for Lincoln Tech. So you should be able to have that available to you. There is a follow-up survey when you leave this meeting. If you wouldn't mind answering that for us, it's 4 questions. It really just helps us better understand how can we, improve these presentations? Let us know, please, what you thought about the presentation, so that we can improve what we're doing here on an ongoing basis. But before closing, I just want to thank all of you for taking time out of your busy schedules today to join us. And I also want to thank Dustin for sharing with us today's presentation and encourage each of you to contact him directly with any future questions. On behalf of the Imagine America Foundation, Dustin, and myself, I want to thank you and goodbye.